fought your way through Newton? I would have suggested the stealthy approach, but I'm also deathly allergic to homicidal cultists.
That reporter's gotta be nearby. Ain't keen to jump to conclusions, but I think I got a notion of what we're doing here.
I'm Arlen Crawford, the outsourced but never outmatched wartime correspondent for the ACS Undisputed Claim. You must be the grafted soldier, here to show us all what you can do.
The name's Inez, and yes, Willard Conan sent me to help you with some sort of... I don't know what, exactly.
Now, let's not skip on introductions. Who is this you have with you?
Oh yeah? Then why do I have no gigs lined up other than this one?
If you perform well here today, you might have the clout to shop around for better representation, and I'd do it fast. Else you too might fall into the lifelong trap of outsourced war correspondence.
Vice President Conan said he was sending his best. So let's get on with it. Your mission is to infiltrate the Protectorate blockade to the north and capture it. Their defenses are too great to face head-on, so you'll want to sneak in through the back entrance. We've obtained the entry codes through great effort.
My camera drones will be filming the action from above, so do put on a good show. Blow up a few things, and use Inez's abilities to demonstrate the might of Auntie's choice. Yes?
They've detained several of our scouts. I'd like to see them returned. If you deliver this weapons cache to them and free them, they might offer some aid in the fight.
This is quite the opportunity. Normally, a POW might be written off as shrinkage, an unfortunate, unavoidable loss. But their rescue will be worth far more in publicity.
So what? If I hadn't come along, you all would have left those troopers to rot.
Our motto is to leave no man behind, unless it breaches our contract and promises financial penalties, which this does. Now, take these codes for the back door and go.
Once you infiltrate the blockade, neutralize our foes, and open the gates, our remaining troops will move in to secure the blockade for ourselves. Any questions? The drilling crew near the chemical plant is working to punch a path through the mountains. You could use such a path, but for some reason, their job is taking longer than expected.
Or you could go through the Automech production facility north of here. But that's where the scout who brought us the codes lost his life. So proceed with caution and a loaded gun.
Though I trust you may fare
JC,
better
how's it
than
going?
that poor sod did, I do look forward to seeing you take the
hanging
fight
in
to
there.
the
How about
Protectorate.
you?
It's about time Auntie gave him a good walloping. Ooh, and spare some time for me after you emerge victorious, won't you? What am I saying? Of course you will. Who wouldn't want to be interviewed for the wireless? Go on now.
Oh, hey, looky there. Okay. Oh, just said I'm doing okay and ask how you're doing. Oh, sorry about that. Well, that's good. And everyone's okay? Ah, gotcha. What you leasing? Okay, so we're on this side. And we got the code to the back door, which should already be open because I've been there. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm guessing not everybody's okay. So I drop in there, then I can come through this way. Oh, nice. Now, do you pronounce that the American way or the Canadian way? Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that. Pretty sure you'll like it. Let's go see. The Canadian, they call it a Sportage. Instead of just the Sportage. Sounds so much classier that way. No, don't need to use a lot of explosives. We've got guns. I'm pretty sure both gates are open because I've already been through there. But okay. Let's go back. And magically find our way to this side. True. Yeah, my assistant at work is Canadian, and she drives a Sportage. And so I pick on her a lot. And I asked her one day, so, what do you call your vehicle? She's like, well, I'm used to being over here, so I just call it a Sportage. I'm like, but you're Canuckistani. You're supposed to call it a Sportage. She's like, yeah, I know, but... I've been over here long enough. Yeah. I'm not sure why I started using that term because I've called her and other Canadians Canuckastani for quite a while.
Engaging camouflage.
No worry, Raider! Gas still recharging.
Get the Grafton.
Enemy in evaporation rate.
Hiding and seeking.
Oh, okay. I suppose we could be. Need to watch out for those a little closer. Oh, what the hell? Might as well. Okay, we got some more down there. What other guns I got up here? Yeah, right now, anything you can find in a 25, especially if you can still get a 25 lease deal, definitely going to be your best bet. And if you don't drive a lot of miles, that's why we started going that route of, God, like 10 years ago now. It just made good sense. Get the biggest bang for the buck for the least amount of money. You gotta remember, Inez is the left D-pad. I guess it depends on where we mean by mid. I was back in Detroit on Thursday for what will hopefully be my last trip for that particular project. Well, I know it won't be because we still got common areas and building exterior to punch. So I know it's probably going to have to make at least one more trip. And then don't know when I'll be hitting up way up north again, up towards Permaland. Since that project got delayed since they changed their funding source, and so the closing on it got pushed back possibly till middle of next year. Yeah, we've been there 5 times, maybe 6 times, punched on this building, and they want us back yet again, and I'm not planning on doing that. You have to have very, very strong hands. I can probably swap out for the electrical moment.
One's over.
Unfriendly company. They're not.
That's still a bit sleepy. They won't see me coming, Commander.
Well, we'll design about anything. Just got to get the fees right, both directions. Let's see. Just a camp, because it looks like we should want to hold up with some POWs, but I'm not seeing anybody out here. Unfortunately, our other project we've got going right in downtown Detroit, I'm not going there as much. I'm letting my assistant handled most of those site visits. Just unfortunately, the person that had been helping me on the other one left, and I was stuck as the only person really that could finish that one up. Ooh, well, considering how much money we've lost on the one project in Detroit, that would probably be a profit.
Here
So.
we are, about to kick the proverbial mantisaur nest. Hope you're ready for your close-up. Damn. Of course they got a bunker mech. We need to take it by surprise, without alerting the other troopers, mind.
To do your job is a virtue. Every part.
Oh, this would be a chance to use my super big gun. Yeah, I mean, considering the job was supposed to be done late April, mid-May at the latest, and they're still not technically done at the end of December. So we've had we've been there like 29 times now and hadn't really planned that many trips to Detroit. Yeah, we've lost a crap load on that project. But then again, not as much as the general contractor because of the choices they made and problems they had with one of their subcontractors. They by now are like over $800,000 in the hole. Their entire profit for the project is gone. Yeah. They actually they had a subcontractor that did the panelized the building, all the walls, and did the roof trusses and floor trusses. They went ahead and installed them, even though I hadn't approved them, and because they didn't want to hold the project up, and it took 9 months, maybe 10 months, to finally get them approved to my satisfaction. Wow, that gun is awesome. Literally one shot took that whole thing down.
Aggressor at hand.
Sustain the lollygag.
history books. Let's open the gate for that reporter and the
To
troops
die.
before these bodies get cold.
Okay, let's save the hostages. After looting all the bodies, of course.
Over here! Let us out!
You've got my begrudging respect. So congratulations.
Use more go-getters like you.
Yeah. Which dust pile have I not looted? Okay, so how do I get the door on this side open? Oh. Oh, that was worthless. Oh, yeah. Camera dude's not gonna be happy. We didn't use a lot of explosions. Oh well. Explosions? Why are you letting me in the storerooms that don't have anything in them? I can't really play with the targeting parameters now because I destroyed it. Oh well. Ah, another toss ball card. All right, let's go talk to
let's have a word with the hero of the moment for the wireless.
Come on down, ladies. Come on. You can do it.
Ah,
There you go.
Well, the blockade is ours now, but the way in which you captured it lacked a certain finesse, shall we say. Not sure my drone's footage will show what we were looking for.
that hasn't stopped you lot from spinning a story before. You said something about an interview earlier. Well, I'll answer your questions. You'll make me look good in return?
It's audio only, Trooper, and you're working with a true professional now. Let me work, huh? Relax. Be authentically you, though you'd be wise to throw in a tagline or two. Ready?
Well,
Great! Recording's already begun. I'm here, live at the scene with the fearsome grafted soldier Inez. It's a shame you cannot see this, dear listener, for it is impressive indeed. Inez, your destruction of those dastardly protectorate troops was awe-inspiring. You must feel like the employee of the month, having brought such a decisive victory to Auntie's choice.
I'm just doing my part. I joined up because I believed in our mission to liberate Arcadia. Reckon my actions illustrate that more than anything I could ever say. Suppose I do know a thing or two about a pep talk. Given many in my time to troopers suffering injury or boredom.
How wonderful! I hadn't realized Inez here had initiated a recruitment campaign. Truly a lesson to us all. Dear audience, the voice you just heard is that of the soldier's close associate and eyewitness to the battle and the marvelous carnage littering the land. You also freed some of our troopers from the Protectorate's fiendish grasp. One can only imagine the torture they suffered. Tell us about it, the rescue, in detail if you would.
Look, I did what anyone with an ounce of sense would do. Ain't gonna leave one of my own in such a state. And if I had it my way, I would have acted sooner.
Oh my! So the reports were true. A limb can be replaced, yes, but to hear that they are now immune to the joy that Auntie brings is quite horrifying.
It's something, all right. They were, certainly malnourished and bored. Suppose things may have gotten worse with time.
In any case, those soldiers can finally return to their postings again. Now, I have a question about your abilities, Inez. What sets a trooper like you apart from the rest?
These graphs make me stronger. Good in a bind. I know I'm a bit of a curiosity. Ain't too many of us left. But there is so much good we can do with grafting, if we try. I got a plan, see? To start the grafting program up again. The research is promising, and with the right backing, it could be a product that can better the lives of everyone.
A fascinating idea. I think we'd all sleep soundly if we knew more of you were running amok on our behalf. Before we wrap, have you anything else of
Running
note to
amok
tell
on our
our
behalf.
undoubtedly enraptured audience?
Oh, I got one. Ain't just a tested and true product that'll put you over the top. A graft like mine might also get you into orbit.
Ah, I see. A bit of cheeky product placement for Zero-G whiskey. Very well done, you. And that's a wrap. You can go back to slouching or sneering or whatever else it is you do. Astonishingly well. Rest assured, our listeners will be glued to their radios for all the lurid details and to hear more of my award-deserving reporting, naturally.
Well, that's a damn sight better than I
Naturally.
was anticipating. Willard will have to make good on our deal now. Let's head back and speak with him.
You do that, and I will remain here, burdened by the drudgery of war. Farewell.
Before we return to Willard, you know, the rat. Anything good out here? At least I took out that damn machine that was pelting us from this side. Okay. Guess I can take out the gigantic cannon now. That sniper rifle, go back to electric. It's Armageddon. You know, we haven't tried the Borst Blaster. So why not put that in for a slot? And then before we go back to talk to him, go ahead and hit there. Wait a minute, shoot, that's, no, because that's on a different planet. Ah. That's back on Cloister, so, okay. Okay, nobody's looking to talk. Okay. So I guess we could. Want to go back there, or do we want to run back to Cloister quickly and clear out that? Nah. We can. And head back to the Undisputed Claim. That'll work. Now let's actually switch that. There. Says now I know how to get to there.
Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stack the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Anti-Cleo...
Okay, so why is that not letting me? This is the right elevator. Hold on, ladies. Is there another elevator? Maybe it's this elevator. Okay, let's go back. I'm not here. You didn't see me.
We're down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Tyler, 6th base. Anti-Cleo's darlings. I cleaned Spacer's Chosen's goalie.
From pop guns to self-propelled
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment, but you need a good set of arms.
Let's try this one. Oh, there. Okay. Whoops.
I'm Anti-Cleo, and I endorse this message.
All charged up. Fighting and thinking. Help me end this fight on my feet.
Yes.
Restore my life or avenge my death. I'm alive. Who needs to die?
That looks uncomfortable. Hey, why is this stealing down here? There's no one down here. There's no one to know. Just to get out of there. Okay. So I can uncheck mark that. So I guess we go back up and work our way around this way to get to that elevator to get down into here. I've already visited the bottom row. I can't get to the brig yet.
An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Is a life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice. Item.
Can't tell the difference between cover and
Compounds to
concealment.
self-propelled cannons, I have...
Okay, so
Whatever size weaponry you need to make all your problems
We can
past tense.
always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work more. If Throttle Gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying
Our business is concluded. Adieu.
Acquire and exploit
Fine.
the local.
okay, so let's find a way to that.
Like it's your life's
elevator.
work. I get it. Between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot of volatility out there.
Horse
right
comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
That elevator does not lead.
But I'll have no truck with the ambition to
That dude.
Hey, didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little. Just wait over there for me or something.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most times. that. Yeah. I wish they wouldn't say that. Ain't accustomed to fancy titles. Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of Philip. Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely. She don't go by that no more. Guess I'm still not used to calling her Auntie. Auntie. Huh. There, maybe that'll do it. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. If she saw me, she'd probably chide me for being overly friendly with everyone, like she used to.
Enough of that. You ain't idling, you're networking, expanding business opportunities. That's my go-to line anyway.
Oh, guess I was at that, huh? Thanks. Like your arm, by the way. Mine are just boring metal.
Oh, it saves me from small talk, mostly. Ain't many folk who aren't put off by the limb and avoid me entirely, if I'm honest.
Wait, really? Why, sure. I mean, guess I can't see the harm. Hey, stay here, will you? Me and my new friend here, we're just going over there to the bottom runger to talk.
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and or lives depended on it.
I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical Blood Force dramas in last week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum brand bandits. I'd pit our least bankable toss balls.
Where's comestibles? Where's comestibles? We're literally giving them
You don't have
away.
any staples left. I took them all.
Any day of the fiscal week, even with half our team's 32 backs,
So what does it want to do?
they forfeit by middle time. It would be
Oh, he's
an
got
embarrassment of
artificial arms and legs,
Imagine
both.
the ad
Wow.
windfall. Our athletic assets would achieve full profit potential as human billboards. Of course, I also enjoy the simple pleasure of watching.
Right, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just conversate?
Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line of scrimmage.
Oh, right, and I'd add that big talk is for big people who matter. So we don't talk about work matters or our day. Okay then. What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe? Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Made her own healing grease in a rusty old can of Spacer's Chaw. Got one of them entry science jobs at Auntie Cleo. You know, the corporation. Not the person. Was a whole different person back then, if you can believe it. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony completely.
For motivating lecture employees. Just because your Auntie Cleo reached the top of the corporate ladder doesn't mean she can't resonate some bottom rung relatability. Business is much like tossball, a game of inches and footballs played with an excess of necessary.
Sure, I guess. I mean, Auntie.
More than one way to make a killing. Why, I was just watching the latest bout between the Easy Heel Loafers and the Zero G.
We were, what do you call them? Bedraggled orphans, together. Both worked at the garbage pile in Argos. She had to pull me out one time, else I'd be smushed right now.
The tender in the mid-port restricted zone. I was on the edge of my luxury Sisty-Hyde Spectation Lounger. Not to mention the concession sales. In face of
Oh, you bet. That musical they made about her? Well, them songs were catchy as hell, but it sure left a lot out. Oh, you got me reminiscing something fierce. Did I mention she and I shared an expired chum bar once? Good times.
Expired chum bar? It's truly heartwarming. Or maybe that's just nausea I'm feeling.
She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numa Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity. I was her best test subject. You know, this is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you. All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be Auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what, but that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though. Huh. You know what? You might have the right of it. I never thought of it like that before. It just made me sad because she was so sad. That's not exactly something I've been privy to, you know, per se. All I know is Aunties has been around a lot longer than I have, and there's always been an Auntie. Can't see anyone else coming after my Auntie, though. Wouldn't imagine she'd allow it. But I don't know. Maybe the job ain't cracked up like it seems. Well, thanks. I don't rightly know how that would have any bearing on it, but I sure appreciate the sentiment. That might be all I want to talk about. The rest makes me, you ever have this empty falling feel? You know, in your chest? Like that, I guess. I don't know, would hate to be rude. You come out with me and all. Oh, okay. Sure, we can keep on, you know, converserating. Just a bit, right? Well, what about?
Whatever they're working on, don't worry about it. All I know is their department alone is responsible for a 28% increase in our entire operational budget for the next fiscal semi-decade.
What? Oh, I never been good at lying. I only ever really did it once, when it mattered.
Between our top divisions, jealousy, hard feelings, really stirring the pot.
I was going to turn her in, but she was there. Felicity. She was all crying. Told me all the bad stuff she did. Needed somebody to say she weren't a bad person. So I said it. And now I wonder a lot if I am a bad person on account of that lie.
To safeguard them from harm, to hide them away from danger. I'm Auntie Cleo, and I won't lie.
So, maybe I'm not good, but I'm less bad? Less bad is pretty good, I reckon. A less bad person might not need to feel bad a lot. Thanks. Well, guess I should get back to work. Important job and all. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile on Argos. Like, less bad. Maybe good even.
Filled universe with Auntie's choice. Daredevils rejoice with Auntie's choice. Our product line is stronger than nature.
I guess we could jump back there real quick. I'm gonna turn that one in. I forgot where the other one goes.
Trinicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Bettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable genetic chemicals. With Auntie's Choice.
Them wraps all taken care of yet? All good news to me, friend. Anything happens down there is not my responsibility. I have ceased all manner of worry and fret. Here's the unagreed upon amount that constitutes your fee.
Next, we have Reginald Oswald in proprietary insight acquisition, devoted to playing confidential roles in a paid public toilet. Trinicular. Arriving
Trinicular.
any moment now. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and to the shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's Darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Auntie Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacer's Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's Choice! Darlings! We won! Hostile takeover this! Right back at you!
I'm Auntie Cleo, and I endorse this message. Attention, valued employees. Auntie here to brighten your workday with a report on just how much money your toil is netting us. It's time for profit forecast time, starting with product development, the borscht loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of
Get you something?
improved stimulants and nutrition supplements.
Afraid he stepped away to his office.
11% quarter-over-quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental operations, where top lab coats are pioneering confidential work in...
Think the boss would share that with me? I'm just a lowly factotum around here. I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off hour. I'm very creative, but, you know, he don't care.
Budget for the next fiscal semi-decade. Credit where it's due.
He's around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch of Raptidon Bite cocktails. Won't do it in front of me. The drink's quite a hit around here, and it's Melquiades' own proprietary recipe. People would literally kill to find it out.
Writ large in black ink on our balance sheet. You're welcome, employees.
In fact, I have. I once made a drink called Death by Purpleberry and also Zeranium Poisoning. Very high concept. Only a select clientele would appreciate it. Fleetingly.
Our portfolio is diversified.
More's the pity.
We can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work more. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14% in net gross. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters to run a petting zoo. Acquire and exploit the local fauna like it's your life's work. I get it. Between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the...
You're here from Melquiades Alcantara? Afraid you're a mite bit late.
out there right now. The market hates uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no truck with...
Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corporate Malfeasance. Did you know the deceased?
And I promise we will all thrive.
Seems like you're not the only one. Were you aware if you had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour?
Every budget, from the most extravagant to the most bit-minded of customers. We have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine. Plus a few more that you can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for.
Are you asking the questions now? Thought this worked the other way.
Parasite-free purple berries.
The term parasite-free indicates the fact that any kind of parasite found in an Auntie's Choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property of Auntie's
We mostly just make sure no one's sloppy enough to get caught. If they do, we throw the book at them. And it's a large book. Leaves quite a mark. Of course we have laws. Anyone breaks a few in a flagrant or particularly inept fashion, they need to be held accountable, or everyone's bottom line suffers. No, it would make my day if you were to blame. I only cover internal rivalries. As an outsider, you'd be someone else's department to worry about. You're clear to saunter freely. Well, maybe someone over at the bottom runger knows something. Don't forget, Auntie's Choice Zero G whiskey gets you into orbit.
That's sweeter with Auntie's Choice.
Sorry, time is bits. Bits is time. Or are, that is.
Well, if it isn't our favorite contractor.
But we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work more. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be
Look who's back. You.
Next is assertive arbitration.
I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. Wasn't too keen on our success. Melquiadra said she's meaner than a bag of Raptidons. I'll miss his wit.
Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%.
The only way I'd ever make it in that place is crawling through a vent. Some of us have pride. Till next we meet.
I get it. Between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot of volatility out there right now. The market hates uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no truck with the ambition deficient. Respected subordinates, spare me no gumption, and I promise we will all thrive. There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's Choice products. We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant to the most bit-minded of customers. We have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for. We
Where's
are
comestibles?
also
Where's comestibles? Literally giving them away.
The term parasite-free indicates the fact that any kind of parasite found in an Auntie's Choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property of Auntie's Choice or its subsidiary companies, and the eating of said parasite absolves Auntie's Choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy.
Oh good, it's still closed.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glory. While the Protectorate decide what it's supposed to get, we respond to what
Why is it that anyone would want to be in this place?
as consumers. What's more, we
Everyone has their little hunch about which new product line will sell the most, but I say you need to ask the common bottom rung consumer.
Oh, look at this one. See?
Nice
They're letting in
outfit.
anyone now. Oh, don't we all? If you must.
get in there. I'm giving your description to the proper authorities and reporting on you to our upper mid upper tier retail association.
That was not the door I wanted to go through, so let's... Do not go through that door.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice.
Why is it that anyone would want to be in this place?
Oh, look at this one.
Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What are you even doing in my bar? Someone will be fired over this. Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, rehired, only that I may fire them again. And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this.
Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Why, yes. Yes, I am. Not sure I appreciate your insinuating tone there. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melquiades Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend. Or was. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything.
Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
As if I don't know how to scour a crime scene. Please. This isn't some run-of-the-mill one-bit operation. The best choice is the Spectrum Violet of the Esplanade. Our patrons pay well to stake their claim as the most VIP of the VIP. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray. Think you're wearing down my resolve, don't you? Ugh. Yeah, maybe just a little. Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow.
Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's choice pep pills. Good for what ails you. You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice.
Fine, you can have it. That admittedly was a mite embarrassing. Any serious player would have locked the door first, before spreading out incriminating evidence. Here you are, one lightly bloody, slightly less secret recipe. Time for you to blunder out the way you blundered in.
Auntie's choice.
I could have,
Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's choice pep pills. Good for what ails you. You want
You're
freedom
shaking her
of
down.
choice. You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Everyone has their little hunch about which new product line will sell the most, but I say you need to ask the common bottom runger consumer. Don't you agree?
Not going out the way it came in.
Try Auntie's choice pep pills. Good for what ails you. You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice.
This is for fun in the corporatist world.
Appointment away. Why choose just any choice when you... Auntie's choice. Too much Spacer's ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you. You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any when you could choose Auntie's Choice?
Nope. And that's why I saved right before I took it. I mean, how do they know there's nobody in there to see that I picked up the bits?
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume
with Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her
You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
above the occasional frivolity.
Wait, what? How did you get in there? I'm giving your description to the proper authorities and reporting on you to our upper tier retail association.
Tossball news from home, but our Arcadia Grown League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff. Pitchball, they call it. My.
Where's comestibles? Where's comestibles?
Stop.
Literally giving them
So,
Bronzing is... in the Tuesday...
brought to you by Stogie Slims. She fussing?
Tramicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Back deck steerage.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Hey everybody, look who it is. Our duly contracted proxy. All finished?
Didn't make the drink or didn't make... Oh, I see.
Less we know about all that, the better. But I knew you'd effectuate effectually. Right? Wasn't I just saying? Knew he was connected. What'd you find out? He tell you any secrets about Auntie?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent. You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position of paid employee. Whoa! Just like normal people.
That's real relatable. I mean, we all done that, right? But I just never thought she would. 'Cause she's Auntie. you know?
Yeah, like she could eat a bar right out of the paste obtruder, the freshest and least natural it's ever gonna be.
What else? Can't even imagine possessing that degree of marketing acumen.
You could just tell people how to think and do things. Like to not constantly yell at you all the time for only just doing your job.
Those details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally. Real roadmap to success kind of thing.
Diverges greatly from events depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all, of course, watched 9 times.
Here, for your trouble, from all of us. Now, about that last person of interest. There's a former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig. We tried talking to him, you know, to see if he had any useful dirt, but he's kind of mean.
Full of scathing invective.
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it. Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him, throw produce and such. Whatever that is. You know, we all been chewed out pretty fiercely before. Kind of a regular occurrence, really. But I swear, I ain't never...
I still have nightmares. Sometimes I think I hear his voice, and I start to run.
Uh-huh. Likewise. Future generations will tell cautionary bedtime stories about that day. Oh, that sounded very take charge. Have to remember that. Okay, we'll make sure you've got authorization to the brig when you arrive. May you effectuate effectually toward the agreed-upon goal state. That's the Middle Manager Handbook again. Real take charge stuff.
The man in the Moon Man mask. Nice.
Mister, any bits to spare?
Just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line of...
The man. That mask.
Tramacular.
Yes, I kept Auntie's biggest secret.
Always remember, commercialism is the
Just because he seemed like such a nice old guy. That was awfully personal shit to tell.
But because of the system's glorious efficacy, while the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously...
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Why wait 20 years?
There was the elevator.
A new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now.
Not that one.
As a member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice,
From pop guns to self-propelled
tell the difference between cover and concealment? Then you need a good set of armor before someone succeeds in ventilating you.
Ah, wonderful. More of you.
A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation.
That's a wicked-looking Moon Man mask.
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I am decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it. Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation? So, all right, I give up. What do you want? Frankly, that any of these rung leeches have a thought to spare for me over all the false hopes Auntie's hammered into them astounds me. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away. That may all be well and good, but I'm from a real corporation, Spacer's Choice, where we believe in the inequitable exchange of goods and services. Furthermore, and consequently, I don't do nothing without something in return. Anything else would be unseemly. Think you have me over a barrel, huh? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Don't worry. What I'm going to ask for should be a real pip. Just a mild vexation. Doesn't hurt anybody. Won't make you their enemy if you're worried. That's the spirit. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, Regional Brand Manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps, but me in particular. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man? Dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now. You bet. I want my turn. Figured I earned it. I mean, look at me. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. Not on me presently, no. They tend to take things off prisoners, you know? It's weirdly universal. Also wasn't wearing this reeking thing prior to being staged for public ridicule. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught. Wonderful. That broadcast is gonna be the finest verbal rebuke of my career. Though I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry. Couldn't help myself.
Shit, that seems like that's gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. I know what I said, and I meant what I said. Visitors to the brig are required to taunt the prisoners, at least to the best of their abilities. Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it, and/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. All right, see that door behind me? It's suddenly somehow been left mysteriously unlocked. Pleasure doing business at you.
See, it's about 250. Okay.
Tranicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake. Society is based upon, not because we worship things, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decides what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process. Our overbearing
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate plundership. This is ill-conceived, off-brand take on oligarchies of Spacer's Choice and the other corporations, but none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, our workers were beaten down by a rigged system and lack of mobility, but no hope. Then false hope. Right? I swear, everybody in this company thinks they're going to be somebody someday. It ain't gonna happen. Auntie Cleo's marketing you a bunch of wishful thinking
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend tried and handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations who unfairly stacked the little person, as they tried with us at Palace City. Did Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Auntie Cleo just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's Darlings.
Tramicular. Tramicular.
I cleave Spacer's Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning. Win the game.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's Darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacer's Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer Tyler, 6th base person for the Auntie Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacer's Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's Choice!
Leave it in twain.
Darlings! We won! Hostile takeover this! Right back at you.
I'm Auntie Cleo, and I...
From pop guns
This
to
elevator.
self-propelled
Can't tell the
cannons,
difference between
I have
cover
whatever
and
side
concealment?
weapon you need
Then
to
you
make
need
all
a
your
good
problems
set of
less
armor
intense.
before someone succeeds in ventilating you.
Auntie here. Your workday with a report on just how much money your toil is netting us. It's time. How can we forecast time? Starting with product development.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind for some time now. You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo merger, I'm sure. But things went down a little differently than Auntie makes out around here. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her, voted her and her execs out. Then we shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior ranking executive in Tau Ceti, and she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it. This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. Then, law willing, she'll be executed for treason against a legitimate corporation. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there and such. What I had to say was more important. People here needed to hear how bad they've been bamboozled by that self-determinism claptrap. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploiting each other honestly. No thanks. Once Spacer's Choice is back in control, I'll be running this place in no time.
Exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying for... to run...
Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station.
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Yeah, I'd say you done falled off it real good.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement, assume that was your doing. Wait! What?
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was the board putting her in charge. Guess that does sound rather convenient.
Wait, this is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed. This may call for an executive decision.
What does the middle manager handbook say to do at a time like this?
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, you know, contextually. What do all of you think? Are you feeling reassured here? Not sure I am.
I was, but now your lack of certitude has got me starting to worry. That's exactly what the corporate assassins in the Aetherwave serials say before they terminate someone. In an indifferent display of artful treachery.
Simmer down now. That was just a fictional representation despite being realistically well-researched. I'm reasonably sure it's wholly inapplicable to our present circumstances. We accept your terms. Consider this final payment for services rendered. Never speak about this to anyone.
Oh, you sounded just like an upper middle manager right then, Twombly. Good job.
Okay. Well, now let's get back to what we came here to do.
creature in...
Tramicular, arriving any moment now.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality...
Holy plus artificial.
Ah, so the conquering heroes have returned from the blockade. The footage I received tells the story it needs to, but I am rather disappointed by the absence of excitement, of pizzazz. But a win is a win, as middling achievers often say. Oh, where are my manners? Commander, Inez, meet our new benefactor. This is the business partner I spoke to you about, and she has graciously agreed to fund our new venture.
Yes, we've met. Now, let's not get overly ahead of ourselves. Putting on a show is 40% of the battle. The remaining 60% is messaging.
Well, I'd say these two certainly made our correspondence job easier. Only Auntie herself could have done a finer job at providing sound bites.
Let's try not to exaggerate. It was a fine showing. Now, with her as the face of the brand, we might really have something.
Look, I know I ain't exactly the profile of a business partner, but I know medicine, and I know the potential of grafts more than anyone. You'll not find my experience anywhere.
Perhaps so, but unfortunately I can't be expected to simply take your word for it. You know how it is. Low-level workers have a certain flair for lying and grifting, whilst concurrently exaggerating all accomplishments and ills.
But we can trust your word as her current supervisor. What sort of performance review might you give this associate?
Well, it's easy to go on soldiering when you trust the one giving the orders.
That's a reasonable endorsement. Wouldn't fit in the one-line write-in space for her quarterly appraisal, but I suppose you couldn't know.
So we have a deal then? I admit that the raid and the interview may not have gone as swimmingly as I would have liked, but there is something there.
Suppose I can make good on the funding after all. We'll see in time where this arrangement leaves us. In any case, good day.
So that's it. We're cleared to restart the grafting program. And you'll abide by my demands. No more senseless killing. No more hurting folk?
Of course not. Unless said folk agree to it. Yes, we are at an agreement. Consider this a bonus for your efforts. When the time is right, I will reach out to you for further planning. You have been instrumental, soldier. Inez, well done indeed.
I'll settle for a moment of rest, Commander. Thanks.
I'd pit our least bankable tossball team against the Protector's entire roster of pitchball pushovers any day of the fiscal week.
Completed all companion quests. All right. Huh. I thought I was gonna have to blackmail him. Supposedly, I was gonna have to go meet him in the steerage, but okay. Oh, up there. Let's see, it says card, am I allowed to open this or no? Guess I.
You cannot be here. My contract stipulates that this lab door remains locked at all times. I am not to be disturbed. Ha! That's funny, considering the heaps of times I've been called such.
Listen, I got great news. This program you're part of, it'll look mighty different from now on. I secured a deal with your boss, see? To make sure it serves all folk, for the better. Ain't entirely sure in what capacity yet, but we'll be colleagues soon. We're going to make the world a better place.
That's something, I suppose. So long as I can still dissect things and experiment with organic matter?
Right. Of course, job security would be at the top of your concerns. Yes, you'll still be able to do all of that, but ethically.
I don't know what that means. But if I'm not out of a job, that is a relief. It's more than work, you know. It's a passion. Will I be getting a raise? Is altruism some inner currency? If it's not, then no. I've no thoughts. Please lock the door behind you when you leave.
Yes, I can open that and give her access to him. Okay. So I don't have access to secure telecommunications. Hey.
Have time for a chat, Commander?
You got it. Although first, let me go down and the last update to you. I think like I said, I got another one. Yep. And considering most of the stuff we're shooting at's a ways off, and those packs don't stick around a super long time, I'm actually gonna go for the weapon upgrade.
Willard, Vice President Conan, sent me a message just now about how the investment meeting went. Seems he showed off the footage from the blockade, interview and all, and they all agreed to fund the grafting program and start it up again in earnest. I think we actually pulled this off, Commander. They even thought to bring me into middle management for the program. Can you believe it? After you and I finish what we set out to do for Arcadia, of course. I'd say closing these rifts take priority over a career change. I'm realizing now that I never really imagined something like this was possible after ending my contract like that. Never thought I'd be at the forefront of a military campaign. Never thought I'd be able to change much about Auntie's choice, let alone that I'd want to. But here I am. Reckon you could say I proved myself after all. Thank you, Commander, for everything. Anyhow, that's enough sorting my thoughts for the moment. We got a galaxy to save.
All right. Anybody else need to talk? No, Miles is good. Josephus is good. Autos, make sure that Psycho Killer is good. Granny's okay. Looks like she's good, so okay. Sure. Go do this real quick. Try that one we can't get to till we get into the archives. we get towards the archives. So, jump there. There's a big chunk of this area I haven't explored. I don't actually know if you can.
Yeah.
Is there? Wrong way. There's where we came up.
Yeah.
Melding with shadows? Shadow melding activated, Commander.
Shall be
Walking over this way making me look like my head was bleeding. That was weird. Hi, bugger. Hi. Thank you. Swapping out of that gun.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
She's a good helper. Because I'm not paying attention to her.
the truth.
Baba.
Aggressor attack.
Oh. No wonder you were bored with it. You already emptied it out. I had to start freezing yours, you know that? A little bit of a challenge. Yeah.
Yes.
Sources ought to pay handsomely for a job like that.
Got it.
To victory. Turn this in.
Any news from the field? Any further progress? Well, excellent. Good show. I'll rest a bit easier tonight. Not as blissfully oblivious to our struggles as others here, mind you, but better. Anyhow, here's your reward. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay. So let's go check reputation. Still only trusted, not respected. I think I'm about out of shit I can do for everybody. I think we're getting close to starting our assault on the archives. So I can process the Rift data. All right, well, I think that is going to be it for tonight. Thanks, JC, for popping in and chatting for a while, and anybody else who's been hanging out in the background there. Hope everybody has a good Sunday and good upcoming holidays. And I'm out for now. See ya.